my new gal Phyllis here, she was with 2 males, and she just laid an egg the other day. That's was that day before yesterday, and but then I saw her, and she was kind of climbing aboard the other gals, and I think it's more than just a pecking order kind of thing. So I'm just gonna check again for maybe she has an extra egg that she laid after the fact, because I don't know if it's all that common, but I have had it happen before. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert. No. I've just added some of these lumps to this table's choir, because it was just this stuff before. I'm finding it's holding the dust down, but it's a little bit too wet. I don't like extreme soil moisture. That's how you get issues. But it doesn't appear that we have one in here. Every once in a while you see a piece, you think it's trash, and it's actually not trash. That's still organic matter. I do like this choir. It has minimal smell. It's easy to get out. It doesn't throw dust very much. My son cannot be doing the dust, and so I've had to make some adjustments in the house because the soil itself is a little bit dusty. So maybe I'll change my name now to Horse Keepers to commercial, because this is a commercial product after all. In fact, I think choir, as we know it prior, I think it was like a reject of farming coconuts, and then they're like, oh well, we gotta do something with all these husks, put it in a pet shop, and it sells. But yeah, no eggs. I like having the soil deep as their shell is long. So I kind of mounded up underneath the lamp a little bit because, he's ramming. That's my new male Mac, and he's put in work with all the gals, and I do appreciate him for it, because I hope he increases my fertility. And the reason I like this kind of lumpy stuff here is it fills in, like it's gonna fluffs it up, because I want that height. I'd love it even another inch deeper in here. So maybe I'll make another visit to my friend's store where the original dash came from. But yeah, this is a nice little soil base. Anyways, for the next, I bet you a month and a half before we're outside, because like that sun gets strong. So I'll probably just put up a little bit of heat, get them outside, and put the UVB on put heat on 24/7, and then some UVB on 12 hours a day in their shed, just so I don't have to worry about frost overnight. That heater, they won't get to a basking temperature zone of this, but it'll at least make my insulated dog house, maybe it'll make it warm enough that they go for a stroll outside. That's the whole point of it and the kitty door. So you'll have to stay tuned for videos like that, because that is coming up. Just fun stuff, Wonder if I have to get a new kitty door this year, because a couple of my gals are pretty big. But yeah, just give it a churn here today, because I want to try and get these big pieces underneath, but they still end up on top. I don't know if that's how they dry out or what the deal is there, but then I'm going to check the bottom table for eggs. I'm running my new food, keeping it over here to keep the dirt out of it. That's my new food. Those pellets, they eventually break down, so you get just a little bit of chow mein, I guess, because I soak it. But if you'd feed just straight pellets, I imagine they would probably just stay together. I'm going to try and feed dried pellets and see what these characters do to it. Water. Due for a change. Changed it last night. I guess I'll change it today. But that's because there's a couple of them in here. This table here is kind of a fresh table. They're all mostly newcomers. March is one of the OGs. She's been with us, but this is for sizing one of the groups that she's going to do well in. Then we've got new Mac. Then we've got Ethel. She's pretty new. Maybe this is, I think, her second or third summer with us. Second. Then we've got Phyllis, who's very new to us, but she just laid an egg, so I should reweigh her now and see what the difference is. Those are 2 big eggs, and I would rather have 3 small ones, but I don't get to control God's work, I guess. So I gave her a calcium shot. Where is she? There she is. See, look at how her shell, I've talked about her shell a few times. You see other videos of her. Her shell even collects soil, so kind of like it's a recipe for disaster. Too much MBD. But, yeah, she just laid two eggs, her first 2 eggs that I've ever had from her. And that's kind of neat. I should add that to my book as well. And I didn't buy her just to produce eggs. Like, what she produces, she can produce. But give her a little shot of calcium the other night. I have a concentrated calcium that I gave her. And I should film more of this instead of just doing it. But that's all right, too. But yeah, Phil sure is beautiful. My guy Mac here, he's going to get a video of just his own eventually here. He's feeling... Or that's not Mac, that's March, and she feels heavy and beautiful. I wonder if she's ever got some eggs. She's never laid eggs for me, but man, does that feel like a heavy tortoise. A heavy tortoise is a healthy tortoise. Like, this is a bigger tortoise, and she feels lighter. That is wild. I haven't picked March up in a while, and she feels heavy and beautiful. March is one of my favorites. Like, she's never really, I don't think she's ever had a beak trim because they followed my advice, fed off something heavy. She had a decent shell. Not perfect, but I do love her. And, yeah, I find she's a sweeter natured one. And because of it, I'm just going to love her. Then, see, this is a tortoise that's larger, and she feels lighter than March. And this is, is it Ethel? What did we call you? Frida. Yeah, this one's Ethel. I always get her mixed up with Frida, but Frida's a different one. And she's lighter, and I don't think she's ever laid eggs, or maybe she has. There was a batch there that maybe they were her eggs. There's so many. It's becoming a lot, and I plan on getting more tortoises, to be honest with you. So it's a good thing I keep records because my stories are starting to all blend together. But there was a period there that I'd gotten 3 or 4 tortoises all at once of females or mixed with males and then sold the males. As you know, I always do. So, or in most cases, except for this Mac here. I kind of bought this Mac from this lovely lady. So nice. If she watches this, I'm just like, what a nice lady. And they were expanding their family, and they just felt that they didn't have the time to give to another male or to another pet. He's got a little bit of a whistle. I thought this wet soil would help him. He has a pretty big beak, could use a beak trim. But his shell, like, she loved him. He's got a nice shell for Canada standards because we're so dry here. And he's got a good heaviness to his size. He's a little smaller than Scooter, so I'm sure he's going to get the crap kicked out of him if I ever put him together, which I'm going to try and avoid. But that peak season of summer, I feel like I think everyone would benefit from them both being out there, as long as we don't have bloodshed. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. This is just one more time doing my little Tortoise Talk, and I'm going to be doing more of these Tortoise Talk videos and letting you get to know my group and my setups and what works for me. And I hope everyone can comment. If you have a discrepancy, you go right ahead. But if something works for you and you're like, it really does work, you should talk about it too. Comment, like, subscribe. If this resonates with you, please hit it with a like, and a subscribe would be even better. So your pal, Scotch Notch Tortoise Keepers with his turtles, tortoises, you name it.